the keep!
Can't hold out against this onslaught much longer. Go and take cover with the others.
Look out!
Godwin! Where's your weapon? To the battlements! Move!
Father! Will you come to anoint us before we die?
We'll get anointed after the battles are hands. With booze.
Get ready!
Prepare to shoot! Positions!
Take cover!
A rude awakening, eh? Make it count.
Lord Brigade!
don't poke at it. Just calm down.
Oh, Dentes Fortuna, fucking Juvat. Jesus. We were only supposed to deliver a message to Trotsky. The most adventure I was expecting was a fuck or two.
Everyone to the tower!
Oh, Dentes Fortuna, Juvat!
What's that you keep yelling, Sir Hans?
Good gracious, Henry, you don't mean to tell me you don't know Latin?
My apologies, Your Grace. Unfortunately, I was too busy shoveling shit and picking turnips to find time for studying Latin.
We shall have to rectify that. I can't have an ignoramus for a personal bodyguard.
Anyway, this Audens, whatever. What does that actually mean?
O Dentes Fortuna Juvat. Fortune favors the brave.
I don't doubt it. All we have to do is deliver a letter to Lord Otto von Bergov and ride back again. Doesn't take much bravery.
Christ, Henry, don't be such a stick in the mud. Aren't you glad to be finally out of that hellhole where we can finally enjoy some adventure? See a bit of the world, meet new women, and simply have some fun.
Sure, but you promised Johannes that you'd be as good as gold, and I'm personally responsible for your safety. Besides, Trotsky's in the middle of nowhere, so I wouldn't expect much excitement there.
God help me, my bodyguard's a monk who can't speak Latin.
Sir! Trotsky!
My word. That is fucking impressive. It makes Perkstein look like an outhouse. Bergov must be made of money. Well, Henry, looking forward to new adventures? Adventures that will become the stuff of legends?
Of course I am. We'll show them what fine fellas have turned up on their doorstep.
You bet. We will. We'll hand over our important message and then hop, skip to the nearest tavern. We'll drink to our success and chase some local wenches, eh? But why didn't Uncle Hanush take care of it himself? Unless, maybe he's just testing me.
Why? He must trust you not to botch it up. Otherwise, he wouldn't send you as his envoy.
Of course! How could I possibly botch it up? There are foreign armies rampaging through Bohemia. The king is in captivity, God knows where. And here we are in the middle of it all, carrying an important document. No! I intend to make the most of this trip, one way or another.
So do I. How is that? Fortuna...
Audentes fortuna juvat! See now! There's the Henry I know and love. Well, enough of the chat. Trotsky's almost within reach.
Sir Hans, how's it looking there in the back?
All good, Oates. Just keep your eyes on the road ahead.
Exactly. If anything in front of us even looks like it's moving, we want to know.
Keep your hair on, Nick. Old Oak's got eyes like a hawk. I don't miss nothing. Sir.
Should we get ready for a fight?
Take it easy, Henry. They're wearing von Bergov's colours. They're from Trotsky.
Surround them! Don't let them get away!
Besides, we won't stand a chance against them.
Don't do anything foolish, fellas. Just follow my orders. Halt! What are you after here?
Is this usually how you greet visitors, my good man?
This is how we greet armed strangers when bandits are pillaging everywhere.
Can you not distinguish between a noble and a bandit, sir?
It's not always that straightforward these days. Who are you people?
Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. I bear a letter for Sir Otto von Berghoff from my master, Sir Hanush of Lipa.
This is indeed the seal of the Lords of Lipa. And unless I am mistaken, Lord Hanush of Lipa is on the side of King Wenceslas. While my master is a member of the League of Lords, who side with King Sigismund.
Well,
So it would appear we are enemies.
We're not enemies. We're carrying a message with the aim of putting a stop to the hostilities.
And who are you?
Henry. From Skalitz. I serve Sir Hans as a scout and tracker.
From Skalitz, you say? The one that King Sigismund's Cuman forces plundered?
And slaughtered everyone. Even so, I'm not going to Trotsky as an enemy, but as a peace envoy.
Even so, you're still strangers here, and armed strangers to boot. And as it happens, we're on the trail of just such a band, so why should I trust you?
want to negotiate an alliance. We'll come to an agreement with your lord in Trotsky, and maybe offer to deal with those bandits for you. After all, you haven't been able to track them down. So we can take matters into our own hands. So move aside, and let us, dutiful knights, pass.
Don't provoke me, boy, or you'll pass to a place you don't want to be. Didn't you say you were a tracker? So you're a knight all of a sudden. Don't try to pull the wool over.
Don't listen to him, Captain. He's traveling with me for the first time, and evidently we've come on our message
All right then, you may carry on, but put your men in their place. Sir, before their impertinence leads you.
Indeed, I will. Thank you, Captain.
Sorry about the cold reception. You must be cautious. These bandits create mayhem, then vanish like ghosts. We'll be on our way.
Oh, so you won't accompany us to the castle to see your lord?
Sorry, sir, we can't. Listen, you won't make it to the castle before nightfall, and Sir Otto's orders are to not admit anyone after dark, especially while we're away. You'd best camp until daybreak.
I'll take your point. I mean, back home, the last time someone led a nobleman in trouble into their castle, we had to bombard it to get him out. Is there an inn in these parts, at least?
There is one, but it's a bit of a way out, and I'm not sure your lordship would like it very much.
God! What kind of a backwater have they sent us to? I just suppose we'll just have to manage somehow. Good luck in hunting down those bandits.
Thomas, Captain at Trotsky. Thank you. And sorry again. Farewell.
Farewell.
Well, this is a bit of a hold-up. What now?
Since there's no tavern within reach, we'll just bed down here for the night. The pond looks inviting, and we've got wine enough.
And what about those bandits?
Well, they're probably keeping their heads down, what with that big patrol combing the woods for them. Come on, fellas! We'll camp.
Bothering me much.
Do something with that mutt, Henry. It's doing my head in.
Be quiet, you three bitten down.
Come here.
Henry.
What's all the fuss
here.
about, Mutt? Are you that hungry? All right, I'll see what I can get for you. Listen, would you...
That's a good one. I've got one last sausage. Look, Henry.
Listen, if you give me that sausage now, I'll bring you something from the feast tomorrow. They'll surely serve us up some real delicacies at Lord von Burgov's castle. And I'll be in...
You might be right. After all right then, here's your sausage. And don't forget about me tomorrow.
Here you go. Take it.
Henry, what the fuck was that about?
What was what about?
With that captain?
I thought they got...
You're a noble. You can't let some lackey shit all over you.
Maybe, but I'd like to remain a living noble.
At least no one got hurt. He was just throwing his weight around.
You can't just let loose on anyone and everyone like that. That could really come back and bite us all in the arse.
If you think so, sir.
I do. It's an order. And keep quiet tomorrow in front of von Berghoff. We'll deliver our message. If we arrange a truce with the League of Lords, don't
As you...
Well, since... How about stretching our limbs a bit? After that long...
You're in the mood for that after...
Certainly. So then...
Just a bit of...
Let's save the...
Oh.
Keep them... You've got armor on. Here's a practice sword for you. Have that ready too.
Come on, Conrad.
What?
Let's throw a few dice.
For the love of God. How many times do I have to tell...
So,
Do you think we're gonna fight with our... Put on your helmet and armor, grab...
can we start with the sword play?
You've got your armor. Good. Ready? Let's start. Draw your sword.
Hang on. This time, let's get warmed up. I'll attack you a few times. You defend.
Go ahead. Impress. Is that the best you've got? I didn't even work up a sweat.
Well, you will soon enough. A foe in plate armor has to be worn down.
Let's see it then. Attack properly now. A longer sequence. You want to wear me down like that? Is that the best you can do? Bernard would weep to see you. Don't pause. Keep up the attacks. Don't pause. Keep up the attacks. Don't interrupt the attacks. One after the other, nice and fast. Enough!
Now you're warmed up, eh?
Yeah. But you're pretty winded yourself. While you're attacking, you still have to take care you have strength left to defend.
Save the advice and try it yourself.
Gladly. On guard.
Nice. Wrong. Good. That's the way. Why don't you cover yourself? Nice. That's the way.
Ah, that's enough. No one's ever won a duel just by blocking. You've got to make an opening to strike back. And you do that by means of a perfect block.
Perfect block, eh? You've become a real swordsman.
Start your attack then.
Nice, Henry. Pretty good. Nice. But what about a riposte? Reckon you can manage that?
Why wouldn't I? Nothing to it. I just follow up a perfect block immediately with a strike. I'll show you.
Get ready. Sweet. Nice. Too fast for you, am I? Block it. Well, you're not as good as Captain Bernard, but that wasn't bad.
Be sure to remember, if someone gives you a riposte, you can still fend it off with a perfect block. And it's best to follow up right away with your own riposte.
Yeah, right. But what if I want to attack in such a way that you can't make a perfect block?
Then it's best to attack at a spot where your opponent isn't covered, where he's not holding his weapon. You defend, and I'll show you how.
All right, come on then. Good riposte. Nice. Too slow. Nice. All right. I get it. For Christ's sake. Enough demonstrations and explanations.
Let's have one training duel to finish up, eh?
Indeed. And let's have a wager to spice things up. How about 100 groschen?
100? How about 200? Are you feeling confident or not?
Fine, 200. On guard. First hit.
Don't you think you should yield?
I yield! Enough! Oh, for fuck's sake, you're unstoppable! Oh, you won the bet, fair and square. I'll settle with you when we get to Trotsky. Now let's go and eat. That swordplay gave me quite an appetite.
So who won, gentlemen?
Oh, it seems this isn't my day. I knew I shouldn't have bet with you. You've improved since that last time in Ratai.
I won back then too, as I recall. You had to give me your bow.
You were unbelievably lucky, beating me after just one day of training. True, I wasn't in my best form that day. We had a drink or two beforehand.
Oats? What's this food supposed to be?
What's left of our supplies. Tomorrow we'll be at the castle, and we'll get some decent grub.
If you told us earlier, I could have shot a hare. And you could have cooked it like they did in the tavern the day before yesterday.
That tavern where you drank away all your coin?
Ha! You've got to have some fun. And she was pretty. A real...
Only a fella was there.
He was well pissed off. If I hadn't convinced him you were the village idiot...
And if I hadn't left him a fistful of coin to boot...
Throwing groschen around like that? Fellas, if a rainy...
Ha! I've got enough the whole world. Ain't that right, Henry? You...
Teresa. She lived with that...
And she saved my life.
A brave girl.
Aye. She's a fine... And... Like... Is she any good?
She's my sweetheart. And that's all I'll tell you.
Ah, don't be such a monk. Out with it.
Ah, forget it, you horny goat. This discussion is over.
You know, this...
Apart from the must...
Aye.
Where were you yesterday evening, Henry? You were late for supper. That's not what I call watching over our lord.
Hey, don't make trouble.
In the camp, with you lot. It was Conrad's turn to gather wood, and I wasn't hungry yet.
Oh, yeah? You didn't see him?
I was going for wood.
It was getting dark.
You gave me a nasty shock when you came. You're as quiet as a mouse, and that's the truth.
And what about, time, sir? I mean, will we...
It depends.
What? Straight back on...
Well...
Does anyone know anything more about von Berghoff?
Only what Sir Hans told us, that von Berghoff is a big cheese in the royal court. That's why we're going to negotiate an alliance with him.
You summed that up nicely. But yes, that's how it is. He's the Royal Chamberlain. You fellas will never meet a more important...
I heard he insists, and that he's got a big...
Collected.
And is he any good? It ain't no...
I had to choose, I'd take a bow. After all, why not seize the opportunity to... Of course, the bow takes training too.
And you can shoot something for your supper, like that first time we went hunting. I'm surprised you, since you never...
That sword is the only Well, that's another matter. I suppose you've heard enough.
Well,
No, it's all...
Well,
What? So Radzig ain't dead, though?
enough. Otherwise we'll be here for hours again hearing how... It's complicated. No offense.
Who helped me tomorrow with get...
we rolled dice.
What are you on about?
Enough. Oath, you're no... There'll be a feast at the castle tomorrow.
Anyone for another helping?
No thanks. I must wash myself down a bit.
My words we can't turn up at Trotsky tomorrow.
Yeah, we're not on a trip to the baths here, Sir Hans.
Henry's right, sir. Duty first.
Head down, Henry. We've got to sneak closer. Hear that singing? They must be close. Hear that? Do you think they might be bathing? Come on, let's get closer. One of them's doing laundry. We have to get closer to the others. Only she's blocking our way. Right in our path. Damn it. Throw a stone in the water near her to lure her along. Once she notices it, we'll hurry along the other side.
All right. What was that? What is this racket here?
Pana je u muzyky, směje se na kasníky, ty jen pijou jedí, Pána sama sedí, aleluja, domine, aleluja.
Damn it, Henry. I told you to... Fucking God, you're a...
Do something. Stay down, for fuck's sake. Oh, fuck. A letter. Don't be a fool, Henry. We don't stand a chance. We'll wait till they're gone, and then head back to camp. Maybe some of our men got away.
for, you brute! What the hell's going on here? Let her go, you pigs!
That bastard's with them!
Fucking hell! You couldn't just leave it be, could you?
What are you gaping at? Shoot! Well, don't just stand there, you idiots! After them! Along the bank!
Christ! When did you learn to swim?
Just now.
Fucking armor! Come on! We'll cut them off on the other side!
Off his horses, quick!
What?
What the fuck was that, Henry? You rescuing a damsel in distress? We'll get out of the woods and find someone. Then we'll get that shoulder of yours fixed up. So, how far is Trusky?
They mustn't get away. Got that? Call out as soon as you see them. And then kill them. No fucking around. You, watch the middle of the gorge. And keep your eyes peeled, right? You two, go up there. Get a move on. You watch this side of the rocks. What? And you, go to the pond. They didn't succeed in swimming to the other side of the pond. I want to know. Then come back and give me a full report.